this episode of Ice Vikings.
The plan never works out.
The track broke. How the did that happen?
Sucks every which way you look at it.
We're losing the strength in the snow.
Even Kristtianson should not tempt the fishing gods.
This is like parking on the train tracks.
We gotta get off the lake because this is getting bad.
My narrow gauge bombardeer's out on the ice right now, burnt pretty much to a crisp.
You gotta be a little crazy to do this. We got 2 months now to make hay and we gotta do it. Woo!
There's feet and feet and feet of snow and minus 50 today.
It is worth it if you're catching fish.
You gotta get nets in to make paychecks.
That's the smell of money, baby.
There is a risk every time we go out. If you fell in, I don't think you have a hope in hell of getting out.
It's been a brutal fishing season on Lake Winnipeg this winter, one of the coldest on record. The thermometer plunged to minus 30 or colder on 27 days between December and February.
The fisherman remembers the cold seasons. I mean, there was more below 30 days in 2 months than there'd been in decades.
There was also a series of blizzards and dangerous winter storms that pounded the lake, bringing massive amounts of snow, more than 160 centimeters or 5.5 feet. With big money at stake, bad weather was constantly in the way of commercial fishers trying to make quota and earn a living. Working in these conditions is hazardous for crew and will wreak havoc on equipment. It was a brutal season for everyone, but perhaps worst of all, for Trevor Kristtianson. He was already facing a tough season, and now this.
So the other day, me and my brother went out and took the bombardier out, had it all tuned up and ready to go. I guess there was an electrical fire and my narrow gauge bombardier's out on the ice right now, burnt pretty much to a crisp.
Trevor just bought this vintage narrow gauge for $15,000. He's added thousands more in equipment and accessories. In just a matter of minutes, it all went up in smoke.
It's pretty scary. I didn't even notice it. The bomber was basically on fire while I was driving it. You didn't smell anything, you didn't hear anything. So as soon as the gauges started to jump all over the place, I put it in neutral. The smoke caught up with me and I got out before it really, really went up. But it's just a freak accident. I mean, the whole bomber probably needed a rewire. This bombardier is 60, 70 years old. People who own the bombardiers who aren't necessarily mechanics or electricians, and they're doing what they're doing to it, and that's wiring things to make it work. And that's likely what it was an electric fire. I mean, I'm happy that nobody was hurt, right? And that I was, you know, I'm okay. I'm out a lot of money, but I'm here. We're going to retrieve it today. My dad is coming to help with my brother and cousin, and then I've got my crew out, so we're just going to do what we can and bring it back to shore, and hopefully I can rebuild from the shell that's left there.
The rad's gone. The auger's gone. The motor's toast. The motor's an anchor. The shell is still there. I don't even want to feel how Trevor feels right now. It's disheartening, if there isn't a word for it. We've got to cheer Trevor up.
It's a pretty big problem. It's a big deal. It's a, you know, was my everything for winter fishing was my bombardier and everything that I had put into it. The auger, the roof rack.
Let's jack it up then. Let's try it out.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm down to do whatever gets it to shore, basically.
Don't look in there.
Holy man, that is something. The bare bones.
See, look at it. It's solid, man. You still got a whole body here.
Yeah.
We spray paint it down and paint it New Iceland blue.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And you'll be fine.
Look at all the tub handles. I had like 20 tubs in there. This is crazy.
Don't worry, buddy. It's going to be better. You're going to be better off.
Trevor, even the shell is worth a lot of money, you know? Rebuild it or whatever. It's still intact.
I feel sorry for Trevor. We got to watch him because, I mean, sometimes this stuff it doesn't show, but it can be quite overwhelming. People don't always wear it on their face, but I mean, in the back of your mind, it's pretty emotional. Here you go, Trevor. It's your first savior of the day. Hey.
Can I pass it down to you, Dad?
Yeah, you can pass it down to me.
Okay, you got it. That's one thing.
We fall down, so we get up. He fails so that he doesn't fail. He learns. And that's for all of us. It's not a lesson in bombardiers. It's not a lesson in Lake Winnipeg. It's not about fish. It's not about anything else but family.
It's still good here.
The Christiansons have no choice but to bring the machine to shore, salvage what they can, and haul the rest away.
Go away! Go away!
Put it over on the sleigh here, you guys.
Attaboy! Hit it again. There you go.
Nice.
This goes with your parts.
Yeah, every tire's $600. We just want to get the blocks under high enough so the sled can go underneath.
Okay.
Yeah, be careful, guys.
Right away, it's clear the wreck is unstable. Jacking up 2 tons of metal on over a meter of snow is a risky business.
This seems like it's gonna fall down, eh?
It's gonna fall.
Yeah.
Chris maneuvers his biggest sleigh into
Go this
place,
way.
hoping it can handle the bomber.
Gotta go higher, Riley.
They'll have to raise it close to a meter to get it onto the sleigh.
Coming. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Keep going. Yeah.
Stop.
Whoa. Stop.
Yay, caramba.
Yeah. Like, I'm
Sure
easily
you don't want me to
clear
come back?
It's pretty sketchy, boys. Riley's almost maxed out.
Hey, Joel.
It's gonna fall over on me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. This, we'd be on.
We could put a block board here and then jack it up right from on the trailer here.
They'll need to improvise to make it work.
I can't get this tire off until you get it up.
Hold on, boys.
Oh, it's coming off. A little higher.
Yeah, be careful. Careful, Dad. The back one could slip. I could jack this one up.
I can
too.
jack it lots. It's just tilting, you know.
Whoa. Everybody okay?
We're getting close to being done for the end of the year. Just only need a few hundred kilograms. Tomorrow's going to be above zero and things are probably going to get slushy, and we'd like to be off before that happens.
Out in Spruce Sands, Elena Olafson and Jamie Park are hoping to lift their last 10 nets today and wrap up their season on a high note.
Are you expecting 2 tubs?
I don't think we'll get 2, but we'll be optimistic. But you got 2 ready?
I got 2.
Probably the best winter I've seen in a lot of years. We did 4 quotas this winter, so for 2 people, that's enough work for winter already. Especially we're learning how to work with each other too. We're slowly getting there. There's definitely not much of this one.
Okay, okay.
They're off to a slow start.
Hopefully those inside ones are better.
I'm very excited to get everything off the lake. It's my first winter ice fishing. People have just told me it's the worst winter that we've had in a long time. But I have nothing to compare it to. It was awful at lots of times.
Okay.
That was it?
That's it.
Yeah. One down.
Elena's first day out on the ice this year resulted in sinking a snowmobile. It's been a steep learning curve, but she stuck out her first ever commercial fishing season during one of the harshest winters in Manitoba.
It's been windy and cold and, blowing pretty well every other day, so it's a tough year to get started, that's for sure. But she's been doing good.
It literally took you a while to believe that I was going to finish the whole season. You kept on thinking that I wasn't going to make it.
You just never know
look
with people.
at me go. What happened?
One thing Elena learned quickly on the job is that things seldom go according to plan.
The plan never works out. You pretty much have to wake up each day prepared to do anything, and I kind of finally got into that routine near the end.
Choke was sticking on.
Oh?
Cable's broken. I never used it anyways.
But the lake isn't letting them off so easily.
We'll shovel it out a little.
Man, that's glare ice. Oh, this snow's heavy.
Yep.
The snow is wet, and the ice on the lake is starting to melt. The caboose is sticking to the ground, making it hard to pull with the sled.
You're on glare ice.
Yeah,
it's
I know.
Crazy.
I just gotta get out of that hole.
Yeah, you got it. It'll move. I would have never expected that I'd be here doing a full season of ice fishing, but I did it.
You feel the end coming.
This is it?
Getting late.
Thank God. Whew. Good job. I knew I'd make it through. I'm not like a quitter, so I knew once I started it, I knew I was going to make it to the end. Do you think you'll let me winter fish with you next year?
I'll need you for sure. I can't drive 2 snowmobiles out here, so unless you quit on me.
We'll see. I'd do it again.
Click that thing down.
Yeah, I go put it down a little bit. Whoa.
Everybody okay?
Yep.
Back in the Narrows.
Looks like that thing slipped, eh?
The board slipped out.
Yeah.
It's a close call, but they'll have to risk it again. They must get Trevor's bomber off the ice today and back to the Christiansen base camp.
It sucks. It's been a pretty couple of days, and I pretty much am out for the whole season. You know, I lost everything this season. Like, I'll be lucky to break even really at the end of it. What do you think, Riley? I could always push it from the front on two with the side-by-side, eh?
Problem is still the tires.
Is it catching on that wheel, you guys, on the other side?
Stand back and think about it.
It's disappointing too, you know. I'm just kind of starting out in fishing, and like it sucks. It's such a like kick in the balls, basically. But and I'm sure there's people that are laughing or happy to see me fail. You know, that's the reality of it.
Who put that smiley face in there?
Not me. Nothing funny about it. There's my smile. I just hope that he comes out of this not so much worrying about his business, but his sanity at the end of the day.
I mean, you could back up slow and I'll just yell and scream if it starts.
Whatever, just yell at me.
No one here is experienced loading a fire-ravaged bomber onto a sled.
Whoa! So it's sitting on there.
It's sitting on there.
The only reason it would have to go on further is to get it onto the sleigh on shore.
You know, in times that are really tough, you notice who your real friends and family are. And
maybe it pops off, maybe I can drag it.
Joel says give it a shot.
Okay.
you know, me and my dad have had, tough times, obviously, but he's there for me, so just makes me feel good.
Oh, it's working. Good to go. Let's drag her in. I would have done anything if I could have not had that happen to Trevor. But, as anybody who's a parent knows, you can't bubble wrap anybody and just hope. I'm sure my mom and dad went through the same thing. I feel sorry for my mom now because me and my wife are laying awake thinking the same things that my parents did 30 years ago. So what comes around comes around. I'm glad we're here. I'm glad he's allowing us to be here with him. I'm glad, that we're all together.
Thanks for coming out and helping.
Yeah, I didn't really do much, but
no, I appreciate it.
Well, I guess we didn't know what we might have to encounter, and still we don't know. Oh,
we might have to nudge him along with the side-by-side then.
Chris's bomber just doesn't have the power to drag 2 tons of steel through the snow.
We have to rethink this.
Yeah, he's right.
Yep. You see what it's doing? It's just digging in because the ski is up in the air. So either the bombardier goes on further or it goes on the front.
Back in the Narrows, the Christiansen crews aren't fishing today. Instead, they're on the ice trying to salvage and haul home what's left of Trevor's narrow gauge bomber after a devastating fire.
Probably the bomber's got to go on further, I would think.
Get the jacks.
The Christiansen crew will use every tool they have, every trick they know, to get Trevor's bomber out of the deep snow and onto the sleigh.
How come those wheels won't lift up?
You take them off.
It looks like removing the wheels may give the team the clearance they need to get it up and onto the sled.
He's got it, yeah. Nice. Yeah, I'm under.
Yeah! That's it, get
Don't ever doubt me.
Good job, everyone.
Pull that log out, Riley. Well, it's definitely moving.
Now they'll use a tool called a come-along to winch it the rest of the way.
Okay, let's switch off for a minute. I don't have a sore arm the first day.
I'm very grateful everybody came out and helped, because that was a 6-7 person job, you know.
Well, she's coming along, Trevor.
There's an old saying on the Canadian prairies that many hands make for light work.
I don't know, Trev. Oh, she's on there.
How's that?
Skis are off the ground, aren't they?
But does Chris's old bomber have enough power to get this load to shore?
Oh, he's got her.
Yep. Better give me a tug. You got to try to get through every stop that pushes you down. And it's another one of the winters that never end, you know?
That should do it. Just the one bomber alone wouldn't cut it.
Their only option is to add the side-by-side for towing.
There you go. Oh, that's my ride.
Oh, well.
Is it heavy going? Like, that thing is working right now.
Now they face deep and drifted snow close to shore.
Freeze, hold it.
Uh-oh, uh-oh.
That's what I was worried about.
Holy. Probably by next week it'll be hard moving, but otherwise I'll take this any day. Last week, minus 35, and second week in March.
At Moonlight Bay, just south of Gimli, it's a beautiful morning for mid-March.
Right now she's probably about 0, maybe +1, which is beautiful. It's like hot for us.
A long, tough winter has left them with a lot of ice underfoot.
It was a pretty brutal winter. It took quite a while for the lake to freeze over. Then the snow came and came and came. But she still remained cold and kept on getting thicker ice, regardless of the snow being on top. I took the measurements, ended up being close to 40 inches of ice. Whew. Plus 3 to 4 feet of snow. She took the whole shaft of the auger, you know, when you're drilling. So it was roughly about, with the snow, 6.5 feet.
The spring warm-up will often change the catch. Today, it's not for the better.
Holy, nothing. Holy Christ.
She sure dropped off.
Holy jeez.
But as more of the net emerges, things begin to improve.
Holy Christ. Got a little train there.